I'm curious a little bit more about your Airbnb.
Hmm.
Do you have any bad Airbnb stories? Like, oh my gosh, this was a disaster. I got a call from a guest or notification from a guest, or my property manager like told me, somebody flooded the whole thing or anything like that.
So, I mean, I haven't had any like absolute horror stories, um, but there's always something. Like just recently, we had a guest down there, and they're not allowed to smoke in the house or in the property on the property or anything like that. Well, apparently they were, and they're they're like townhouses,
Mm-hmm.
two floor condos,
Oh wow.
and so there's like iron gates separating the porches. Um, so somebody was smoking on the porch and like putting the cigarette butts out on the metal, so it marked up the metal. And I had the neighbor call me and complain about it, but it was like weeks after it happened. So I couldn't be
Mm,
like, well, it was this person or that person.
sure.
Um, but I've had I had a guest one time that she was there with her family, two young daughters. They were upstairs showering, and there were, we have glass panels in in the shower, and it was a slider. Well, the little girls were in there apparently, and instead of sliding the door, they pushed it like to try and push it
Oh
open,
no.
and it just shattered. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And here I am, like 2,000 miles away. Like, what am I going to do? I mean, my first reaction was, "Is she okay? Are they okay?"
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got hurt. Luckily, nobody got hurt, just a couple scratches. But then I had to figure out, because this is when we had back to back to back to back bookings. Um, so there was no time in between to get a contractor in there. Um, so I had the cleaners put up a shower curtain and a shower rod temporarily so that the bathroom or the shower could still be used.
Right.
Um, so I mean, that was probably the worst of it. We've had people steal little things from us. Like we had, um, backpack coolers for like hiking and stuff in the rainforest. And somebody's took that. Somebody took some towels and, just stupid little stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, maybe some of it was intentional. Maybe some of it was just, oh, they thought it was theirs or just threw it in their bag or whatever. So,
I've heard for Airbnb like owners, I've heard that quite a lot. People are just like it, like I don't know. People just think like you're like a hotel, or maybe if they got the like capitalist kind of ad. I have no idea what these people are thinking
yeah,
when they feel like they can just like take stuff.
right.
Um, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I guess I don't know what whoever I talked to about this, she said like don't put anything out there that you're not willing to lose.
Right. Yeah. And
Because
that's it.
I'm looking at Airbnb being my house, and I like threw a couple like extra money making ideas at her, and she's like,
Mhm.
that would be pretty cool, but it might all get stolen.
Yeah. So, like, the nice thing about the Airbnb platform is you can set it up where people have to request to stay at your place. You can do automatic bookings where they can just book automatically without your permission, or you can have it where you have to okay the stay. So you can kind of stalk them a little bit, find out
Mm,
what their name is, maybe look them up on social media or see what their reviews are. Um, we have an age limit on ours, because we don't want the party crowd there. We don't want the kids coming down there for spring break in high school and college because they're less respectful of your space. Our place is a little more expensive to rent, but you can bring your whole family down there. Like we can accommodate 8 to 10 people in the house because there's three bedrooms,
nice.
and um, so with the increased price, it kind of weeds out the trashier clients per se. And it's perfect place too because it's like you walk out the front door, you turn right, and the beach is literally like a 30-second walk down the street. There's restaurants close by. There's you know, nightlife right around there. There's a jazz club in the area. So it's, I mean, it's a really cool town that we have our place in. So